Hello and welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to go over my May empties and declutters. I have a pretty exciting month for May, so let's just jump right into it. I'm going to start with my declutters and then we'll move on to my empties. So the first thing I'm decluttering is these Nike shorts. I've had these since high school, I think, and they are falling apart, so it is time to say goodbye to these. I will probably replace them with something because I like to wear those under dresses because it's just more comfortable for me. So I will probably replace those, but as of now they are being decluttered. The next thing I have to declutter is this little eraser. So I recently finished up the school year, so I have a bunch of my school stuff I need to sort through, but this was one of the little stragglers that made it home with me, but I'm not going to give this to another student to use, so I'm going to declutter that. My next declutter is a contacts case. You can't really tell, but this one is getting kind of gross, so it was time to switch that out and get rid of this. So I switched that out with a new one. My next declutter is this hair clip. As you can see, it snapped. I do have some more hair clips that I did recently purchase to replace these, but I've had this one for maybe 4 years now. They're not like the highest quality, but they work for me, so I am getting rid of that because it's no longer usable. I am also decluttering my toothbrush. I am so bad about switching out my toothbrush when I need to, so I finally did that, decluttering this one, and I have a new one. And then I also have these coupons that are expired, so I am going to recycle those and declutter those as well because they don't need to be taking up space. Now on to my empties. I'm just gonna kind of go as I have them in front of me, so no particular order. The first thing I have is all of these sticker backs. There's a bunch here. I've been really trying to use my stationery that I have when I do my journaling and my scrapbooking, so that is something that I have been working on using up is stickers because I have so many of them, and instead of keeping them on the sheet, I want to actually use the things that I have. The next thing that I have is I have 3 post-it note things that I got through. Post-it notes are something that I have so many of. I use these a lot for work, so in the last month of school I was able to get through 3 things of post-it notes. The next thing that I have, oh, and I will not be purchasing any more post-it notes. Next thing that I have is contacts. I wear contacts every day, so I will repurchase in the future, but I have plenty of those. The next empty that I have is the Mighty Patch nose ones. I wanted to try these out, and because there was only 10 in there, I felt like that was something that I wanted to try. I didn't end up really liking them. I didn't like how they felt, so I decided that I will not be repurchasing this in the future. I do like their individual pimple patches though. I just wasn't a fan of the whole nose one. The next empty that I have is contact solution. This is something that I will continue to repurchase, obviously, because I wear contacts every day. So again, empty one of those and will be repurchasing. My next empty that I have is this Banana Boat Ultra Sport Spray Sunscreen. I've been really trying to be good about using sunscreen when I go outside, and we have a lot of sunscreen that needs to be used up before it gets majorly expired, so I was able to use up this sunscreen, and I'm kind of working through them in order of when they expire. So that one is used up, so on to the next one. Do not need to repurchase any sunscreen anytime soon. We have 1 spray sunscreen left, and when that one's empty, I will repurchase another spray sunscreen. Okay, my next empty is the First Aid Beauty Ingrown Hair Pads. These I bought last year, so I think they are hit that about 12-month open date. So I did use these up. I liked them when I had them, might repurchase them in the future. It's not something that I really see that I necessarily need, but I did try to use them when I had them. So that is an empty, and I can recycle that, but not sure if I'm going to repurchase in the future. My next empty is the Bath & Body Works Love Ya a Latte hand soap. This is one that my sister didn't like, so she passed on to me because I'm not very picky about hand soaps. I do not need any more hand soaps for a while. I have one currently going in my bathroom, and then I think there's still 2 more extras under my sink. So until I get on to my last one, I do not need to purchase any more hand soap. And then my last 3 items are makeup items. The first item that I have is the Anastasia Beverly Hills mascara. This is just to the point where I decided to call this mascara. This is a Lash Sculpt one. It was fine. I might repurchase in the future. I'm still on the lookout for my Holy Grail mascara, but it works and I liked it better than some of the ones I've used in the past. I have a mini that I currently am using, so I don't need to purchase mascara right now, but in the future I will need to repurchase mascara. And then some exciting things for my Project Pan. Ooh. I finally used up the Bare Minerals Complexion Rescue Natural Matte Tinted Moisturizer. This took me forever to use up. I don't know why it took me so long. Well, I do know why. I really haven't been wearing base makeup very much, so it took me a really long time to finally use this up. So I am glad that this is now used up and that it is out of my collection. I might repurchase a tinted moisturizer again in the future, but as of right now, it's not something I see myself needing in my collection. And then the last thing is also something on my Project Pan. It is the Bare Minerals Bare Pro Powder Foundation Compact. And as you can see, it is completely empty. Again, this took me a while to use up. This was not quite the correct shade for me. I have it in Fair 1. So because this had oxidized a little bit, mixing this with the concealer that I'm trying to use up, which is slightly too light for me right now, being a little bit more tan, and then with this kind of got me to the correct color. But I'm glad I finally used this up because I had so little left for so long. So finally use this up. Glad to finally get this out of my collection. Again, I don't think I'm going to be buying some complexion products for a while, just until I kind of figure out where I'm at for my makeup usage. But that is everything for my May Empties and Declutters. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you next time. Bye.